Welcome back to Digimon World 3.
It's been...
We're gonna talk to this girl. Welcome to the Suzaku Hall. If you haven't noticed, we are actually going to be challenging a leader today.
No way. Is his name Suzaku?
No. They don't have names.
Oh, well then... I mean, what if their name was Suzaku...
Suzaku,
Leader?
first name Suzaku, last name Leader.
Yeah.
All the leaders are part of a family where their last name is just Leader.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yes.
And cue awesome battle music. Her first Digimon is Woodmon.
How many times you gonna kill this fucker?
We've seen this guy plenty of times before. He is
It's just a tree.
marginally stronger than the Woodmon that are already in the area
It's-
that you can fight them in.
It's Woodman from Mega Man 2.
Oh god.
I will admit, as much as I
Give Woodman a little more credit.
as
I
much,
think he could fight a Woodmon.
as much as I do think, well, not all of them, but a lot of the Digimon games are like really good. I always find the problem is that they repeat enemies a lot.
Well, they only
Red
pull
Vegemon.
from like a pool of like... They pull from like a fractional pool of available Digimon.
Well, like, the funny thing about them repeating Digimon is the fact that Digimon is like more than like double the fucking amount of Digimon they have over Pokemon, so it's like they shouldn't be doing that.
Jack, what are you doing?
I'm a spank you right now.
Same Woodman.
So yeah, his first two Digimon are ones we've seen before. His last Digimon is her last Digimon is new, but we will get there when she actually decides to send it out.
How dare she not
The red
send it out
Vegemon,
right
for some
away?
strange reason, has quite a lot of HP though.
By the way, something weird about Digimon World 3 I noticed like literally just now. You don't actually have a constant reminder of how much MP you have. Like it only ever just displays your health.
Yeah, you only will see your MP when you go to select a move, much like you'll only see the power points of a Pokemon's different moves when you go to actually select them. But, I mean, it's whatever. You get enough information when you need it.
Well, the reason I just say it's odd is because the original Digimon World game, which, you know, was like the first real big one they made.
Did it actually, like, show MP at all times or something?
It always showed your MP, so I just thought it was a bit weird that this one doesn't.
Wait, her new Pokemon is another Woodmon?
No, it's the same one.
I think I'd be a little bit more impressed if some of these enemy Digimon actually Digivolved while you were fighting them.
It would be cool. It's not done at all in this game. They have their Digimon. It doesn't Digivolve at any point.
Also, it's probably the PS1 graphics, but her body looks kind of a little misaligned.
It's the PS1 graphics. Like, you could play any PS1 game, and there's a lot of, like, weird polygons with, like, different models.
Probably also doesn't
Especially
help that
when-
that's actually a Patamon.
You're funny.
I'm right.
Well, how do you feel about? I mean, because a lot of the newer Digimon games, obviously, because Herger, PS4, and shit, they use 3D models. But the older, like DS Digimon World games, were more like sprites. So, like, what do you prefer?
I prefer whatever looks good in the style that the rest of the game is, because sometimes a game stylistically might call for sprites being a little bit more preferred, whereas another game, it might look better to have 3D models, so it depends. This is Shogun Gekamon. It's a fat Gekamon.
You know, I think we were just talking about this fat ass like a few parts ago.
Yes, I think one of us mentioned, like, oh, Gekamon is here. Does that mean, like, because it did evolution? I was like, yeah, Shogun Gekamon shows up later. This is Shogun Gekamon.
Yeah, he was actually in the anime, too. There was like a whole episode, I think, focused on him.
Yeah, this fat ass is considered an ultimate, I believe.
Yeah, he's
and
an ultimate.
he can induce confusion on your Digimon, and it's great. And by great, I mean it sucks.
But I love the confusion fucking music.
Tension broken.
You know what? I'm actually going to say, because I've never also seen it in like Final Fantasy or anything like that. I think this is the only RPG I've ever seen where the confusion had its own theme.
I'm leaving you.
Attention duelists. Wait.
Attention, duelists!
I mean, although the problem is, it's hilarious when it happens to you like the first time, because it's like it comes out of fucking nowhere. But after a while, it starts annoying you because your Digimon aren't listening.
I don't know what's more weird, this theme or when Pokemon would come up with its own like remix in black and white of the low health theme.
Oh.
Probably
Actually,
not.
wait, did you say that you can't use any command except hope that they attack?
You can't do anything when you're confused except for attack or do nothing. You cannot switch, you cannot use an item, you cannot use skills, you cannot digivolve, only possibly attacking or doing nothing.
Okay, so that officially, I think that makes it like the worst confusion in any RPG, because you can't even like switch them out for someone fresh.
Oh yeah, no, it's nice that the chance to attack it seems to be more likely to do it than like doing nothing, because this game's confusion is probably the most effective form of confusion I've seen in an RPG.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was the Suzaku Leader.
Are you telling me
That
that
means-
I have to one up them?
It was nice to see that Agumon got like, I think that was his first major appearance in this LP, because I just got him during the last part. We didn't really get to do too much with him.
Oh yeah, because that was the most I've ever seen Greymon do.
You shoot horned and
Anyway.
things, but yeah.
We tell her our name, she gives us a badge,
Does she change
and now we
her
have to
last
be on
name?
our merry way. No.
Oh, at least Greymon got some screen time. Did you say you were leveling him up all the way to a War Greymon?
I am still flipping around with him. I do have him at the point where I'm at right now with recording and grinding. I do have Metal Greymon.
Yeah.
I learned the hard way when I was looking up. By the way, I just go over here because that's an area that you're going to need to go to later. We don't go there yet, but it is important. But I learned the hard way that the PAL version, in order to access all the cool post-game content, you have to not only have all the rookie Digimon, they all have to be at least level 45, which means that you have to have their ultimate for each and every one of them.
Ugh.
So whether or not I want to, I have to do that. And a couple of those rookies I don't care for, but I have to do it anyway. I mean, Agumon I have no problem with, Guilmon I have no problem with, Kodamon I have no problem with, Vmon I love, Renamon's okay, pretty cool, but I don't really want to use Monmon.
Gee, that's
Because it's
too
fucking
bad.
And I don't
Stupid
really
name.
want, and I don't really want to use Patamon either after I stop using him in this game. But I'm gonna have to anyway.
Is that Michael Phillips?
That's kind of something I think they do until Cyber Sleuth, where whenever you pick your starting Digimon, it's always like several packs where you get 3 random Digimon. Or not random because they're always set, but like you're always gonna have 3 Digimon when you start.
So they're here to try to figure out what the hell's going on with the whole, inability to actually leave the digital world, which still hasn't been fixed yet, by the way.
Oh yeah. Well,
There's kind of a reason for that.
I'm hacking the game.
there's always.
Yes.
Oh, see, you know what? No, that right there. This is Sword Art Online before Sword Art Online, because now they're trapped.
You mean dot hack?
No, bad.
It's actually it seems like there was a lot of stuff between that decade of like the early 2000s to early 2010s of just like, oh, online game gone wrong sort of thing.
Woo!
Dot Hack was definitely a popular series for a little bit.
Wait, shit, no, I can't remember. Dot Hack was originally a game, right? I don't think there was an anime, right?
There was several anime.
But I think it
There
started...
was Dot Hack Sign. There was Dot Hack Legend of the Twilight Bracelet, which was not really well received, but I liked it.
My sister actually did say that she watched Legend of the Twilight. She said she hated it too.
I liked it. I thought it was fun.
But no, I can't remember because it's like technically depending on what came out first. Because Digimon was an anime first; it wasn't a game first. So depending on which one came out first.
Well, technically, the first Digimon thing was the Tamagotchi like digital pet device.
Oh yeah, the Tamagotchi thing.
Take that as you will.
Well, I mean, there wasn't really a plot to that one.
Clearly, it was a fucking Tamagotchi.
Or maybe you were the plot.
What?
I am the plot.
I'm sorry, what? I'm lost.
I mean, if you're a bored-ass fucking kid using those things...
So, I'm standing here because I was going to take this moment to say, so we have to figure out what's going on with Teddy, because Teddy went on ahead. But in order to do that, because he somehow managed to get into the admin center, you can't just walk into the admin center normally. You have to either have special access, or you have to be a lost Digimon. So we have to talk to some people here in Alaska City, try to find a way to get into the admin center. So Kale mentions that we should talk to certain people to see if there's anything that we can do. Some of the Digimon are supposed to be able to give us some extra information. That guy tells us that Lost Digimon can get in.
Yeah.
Lost Digimon?
What if we just dressed up as a Digimon?
I'm pretty sure he just turned on...
No, you can't just spoil that, Landon. But yes, we have to find a way to get some costumes, dress up as Digimon, and walk inside.
No, I'm pretty sure he turned on no clip and just walked through a wall.
Seems legit.
So there's an old couple, like Kale mentioned, that has been chilling around the city, and all they've talked about, even before this part of the game, are how much they want to be Digimon.
Oh.
So we're gonna go talk to them, because maybe they know they have a way of helping us, hopefully, conveniently.
Jack, if you were a Digimon, which one would you be?
What the fuck?
They're just pink and blue Agumon.
I will say, I think this is the first time there's ever been a pink and blue Agumon.
Jake and Grandma Beth are their names.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Grandma,
would you just
we
be
always did say...
Would you just be a ginger Agumon?
Sure.
No, that's just Metal Greymon. Have you seen the red hairs on his head? No, but I was gonna say, Grandma Beth. We always did say that she was as old as dinosaurs.
So, this is another very annoying. I know I mentioned the whole Sepicmon mask thing being a tough part of the game to progress through if you didn't know where to go. This is even worse. If you don't have the specific, and this is why I cut a couple of times because I'm standing at an entrance to something, because if you don't know where to find Edamon, and if you don't know the sequence of characters to talk to within the city, you'll be stuck in Osaka City for a long time trying to get access to the goddamn admin center.
See, I think this is the biggest problem of Digimon World 3 is that a lot of its shit is really vague, and so you run around like a chicken with your head cut off.
This game goes in the opposite direction of many newer RPGs and newer games in general.
They'll tell you
Nowadays, they tell you straight out where you need to go, how to get there, and sometimes they'll just bring you there themselves. In this game, they're just like, hey, you have to figure out how to do something to go to the next area you need to go to. Fuck you, I'm not telling you a shit.
I mean, that's what you do in the real world.
So, like, as annoying as that can be, it's still playable. And I think it's funny that if, like, any person who who's grew up playing modern games were to try to come back and play this, they would probably rage quit several times before even getting close to finishing this game because of the lack of information on where to go next.
I already hate it.
You can't say this game's for babies.
No,
Games for
they don't tell you.
As you did.
It's rated E for everyone, but I think 6-year-olds would be very unlikely to finish this game.
You know what else?
Anyway,
is
we got the
rated E for
Agumon
everyone?
suits. Don't you dare.
What scenes, friends? I get it.
Oh man, we gotta be fucking furries.
Now we get to be pink and blue Agumon.
Oh, do we mug the other two?
Yes.
No, Edamon just apparently has a bunch of different pink and blue Agumon costumes.
Wouldn't they know you're not an Agumon because you have the floating ball of destiny next to you?
Now, funny thing about that, I don't think the NPCs or even just any of the characters in general can see your own satellite. So it's likely that they don't know that you have that.
Oh, that's silly.
What? A Digimon again? That guard sounds so fucking sick of what's been going on.
Well, I mean, the good thing is that, unlike, disguising yourself as something that can't talk, Digimon do talk. So
Welcome to the admin center. We do come back here again later in the game, but for now, we're just trying to find our friend Teddy.
He's dead.
Teddy Ursa? So you can't use Digimon at all in here.
No.
Why would you? You are a Digimon.
You throw yourself in the fight.
Imagine.
Cloud, use
Technically-
pepper breath.
When do we get Digimon Mystery Dungeon?
We're
I
asking
wish.
Real questions here.
I wish. I'd buy that.
You know, Jack, you're just on a roll with these crazy questions that are just the most important questions we've had on this channel's history. First, asked about Boom Boom in his hands, and now you're asking about Digimon Mystery Dungeon.
That is the entirety of our channel's history, the past week and a half.
Yep.
Yes.
I probably will pour myself out for, I think it's a remake of Red Rescue Team. Pretty sure it is. It looks like it.
It's the
Oh.
Red and Blue, Rescue Team remake.
Because I didn't own it. I didn't own a DS, so I had Red Rescue Team, but I played the fucking shit out of that game.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the only difference between the two is that Blue Rescue Team has a second screen stuff that you can do with the touch screen, just kind of store information and stuff, but that's it.
Well, the most awkward thing about the advanced one is that the mini-map is just kind of plastered over your screen.
Which is what we're going to get with this release.
I mean, my first Mystery Dungeon game was Red Rescue Team, so although I've been spoiled by Blue Rescue Team and Explorers, I can probably go back just fine.
It's not a huge big of a deal because I've done that. Because you can change the map option in a lot of them, to where you can have it floating on the same screen, and it's kind of whatever.
Well, I think
It also helps that the Switch has up to a 1080p display, so like you'll still have a nice display area regardless of if the minimap is in there or not.
well, for me, I think the only difference is the graphics are slightly better and the sound is different.
I'm sorry, I just remembered. I don't want to be here.
Yeah. She decides to just get all emotional and just leave us in the middle of trying to figure out what's going on. It's like, oh, gee, that's great, thank you. Bye. There's a reason that she does this. She has some connections to some interesting characters in this game.
Like me.
There is some Etch-a-Sketch going on here.
So this is what the map looks like, because I didn't bring that up at all
Oh, what
yet.
the fuck?
That's the central area. This is South Sector.
Guys, that's New England.
Maybe? Kind of looks like a little bit.
I mean, we are playing the PAL version of this game. It's New England.
Well, I think the only difference is that the bottom
Anyway,
the bottom part of England is a little long.
in the next part, we will attempt to go to the West Sector. So, yeah.
West Coast.
See you then.